16-year-old noticing the opposite sex for the first time, instead of the 26-year-old woman that she was. She'd been too busy checking him out to notice he'd used his cell phone, the one he was now placing back into the pocket of his jeans. Doing so made the denim material stretch tight across muscular thighs. She fought to hold back the little moan that threatened to escape her throat. She'd never reacted this way to a man before, certainly not to Wayne. "Introductions are in order, don't you think?" he asked, smiling and offering her his hand. "I'm Slade Madaris." She took his hand, and the moment their hands touched, she felt a tingling sensation flow through every part of her body. She cleared her throat and said, "And I'm Skye Barclay." His smile deepened. "Skye?" At her nod, he said, "I like that. It's different." "Thank you. My mother named me after someone she once knew." "And where are you from, Skye? Although I have to admit that your accent gives you away. You're a New Englander, right?" She chuckled. "Yes, I'm from Augusta, Maine." Slade nodded. "The capital city. I've been there once, to a political fundraiser a few years ago with my Uncle Jake." "Jake Madaris?" Slade lifted a brow. "Yes, one of my granduncles. Do you know him?" She figured that now was not the time to let Slade know that her private investigator had given her a preliminary report on certain members of the Madaris family, and Jake Madaris's name topped the list since he was so widely known on a national level. "I don't know him personally," she replied honestly, "but you don't have to be from Texas to know who he is. Everyone knows he married Hollywood actress Diamond Swain a few years ago, and they have 2 children. A teasing glint shone in her eyes when she then added, "See, I'm caught up on my entertainment trivia." Slade thought her chocolate-brown eyes held a warmth that nearly stole his breath. "You did pretty good. Their 4-year-old son is granite, and their 1-year-old daughter is amethyst." Then without missing a beat, he said, "And you never did give me an answer about that drink. Do you want one while we wait?" She shook her head. "No, thank you. I'm fine." It was on the tip of Slade's tongue to say yes, she definitely was fine and in all the right places, but he knew such a comment would be inappropriate. Because of the number of projects Madaris Construction, the company he co-owned with Blade, had acquired in the last few years, he had basically put his social life on hold. The woman standing before him was making him think that maybe it was time for it to get reactivated. Every nerve in his body was coming to life just by looking at her. In all his 32 years, he'd never felt remotely attracted to this degree toward a woman before, and he wasn't quite sure just what to make of it. Blade was the player in the family, the one who assumed it was his God-given right to have any woman he wanted. Slade studied Skye, thinking her age couldn't be any more than 25, and she was not taller than 5 feet 3 inches, with what he considered a perfect face, the coloring that reminded you of dark coffee with a smidgen of cream, full lips, high cheekbones, eyes the color of rich chocolate, and copper-brown hair styled in twisted curls that stopped short of touching her shoulder blades. Her makeup, if she was wearing any, was light, and instead of lip coloring, her lips shone from a touch of gloss. She was wearing a floral top and matching skirt that complemented her petite figure, and a pair of flat leather shoes that seemed more for comfort than for show, although he thought they looked cute on her small feet. There was something about her that reminded him of a prissy, prim, and proper lady. It was there, in the gracefulness of her walk and the correctness of her talk. She was yet to slaughter a single verb. "Would you like to have a seat then, Skye?" he heard himself asking. Before Skye could answer, a smiling couple practically breezed into the room. From the genuine warmth in the handsome man's incredibly dark eyes that connected to Skye's, which were so much like Slade's, she immediately got a comfortable feeling. And the woman by his side, whose smile was just as radiant as her beauty, sent out an air of friendliness. Skye knew from the private investigator's report that Dr. Justin Madaris was 46. She immediately thought he wore his age well. Except for the sprinkling of gray at his temple, he looked younger than his years, and he appeared to be in great physical shape.